Okay guys, well, hello, welcome to episode 2 of our 6th club, which is HJK, as you found out yesterday, or actually you might have, not yesterday, found out a little bit ago. But here we are in Helsinki. I want to talk a little bit about the club, Helsingin Jalkapalloklubi, which is why I don't say it, so HJK for short, nicknamed Clubby, or the club. The lovely little badge here. So the ground is the Bolt Arena, although it seems to also be called the Tele 5G Arena, which I'm not entirely sure why there's two names for it. And they're the only side to have participated in the group stages of the Champions League, and the reason is because they are so much better than every other Finnish side. So that will explain that. The derbies, local derbies, teams like HPS, HIFK, Kiffen. I think most of these are actually in the division below now. Lahti, who are in our division, and Hacker, who are a division below. So actually, we haven't really got many of the sort of local derbies. They do play ice hockey and bandy. We found out about that in an earlier episode there. And yeah, there's nice kits, lovely kits. Right, so let's have a look at the Bolt Arena. So this is, as you can see, Helsinki on the south coast of Finland, very close to Tallinn, which apparently is a popular destination for Finnish holidays, or Finnish holiday of people from Finland having a holiday. So as you can see, we have, wow, look at that. That looks nice. The Olympic Stadion. I guess that's, I don't know. Maybe they're, who knows why they've got, because Finland's never held the Olympics. Maybe the Winter Olympics. The Sahara's there. The entirety of the desert is right there. Who would have thought that? But this is the stadium. As you can see, it's a pretty nice looking thing. It says temporarily closed. Okay, so that's probably for COVID reasons, but it's a pretty nice looking stadium. We'll have a little dive on in, and then we'll have a look around the outside. So I like this. You can kind of wander around inside. So HJK, I mean, it's not the most, actually you get in here, it looks a little bit like a really good maybe League One sort of lower tier championship side, maybe. Look, there's a man there. He looks dodgy. Yeah, dodgy people. So that's the Bolt Arena. Let's have a little look around the outside of it, see what it looks like from the outside. It looks like, actually, I think, quite impressive, or pretty nice from the outside in comparison to the inside. It looks quite impressive. We can't wander around, but it's a beautiful day in Finland when they're taking these photos, isn't it? It looks quite nice, I think. I quite like this. Yeah, very straight streets as well. That's definitely worth something. So yeah, the old Bolt Arena. Let's go and click in here, and we'll see what people have got to say about yon Bolt Arena. 1,400 reviews, so that's pretty impressive. So here we go. Got some pictures. Local guide Thomas Kiefer. Easy access, good view from most places, apart from the toilets, you'd imagine. But yeah, I'll take that. A good place to play the ball. Yeah. Look, playing in the stadium, very nice. Restaurant is nice. The meals are great. So, not enough toilets. For Christ's sake, what is it with this bloody country and toilets? Not enough toilets. How many toilets do you need, ma'am? What is an entrances or services for sold out game? Entrances. No. So you can't get in, you can't take a crap, and if the game's sold out, they're not going to parachute you in or I don't know, put you on top of the stand. No option to watch the game with food or... Oh, this guy just complains, doesn't he? But for Finland, it's okay. What a twat. Everyone spoke English. It was lovely. See, that's an English guy. He's it's lovely. It's really nice. Cozy, small, Everyone's saying for Finland it's all right, which I think is quite it's quite patronising, isn't it? One of the biggest football stadiums in Finland, a good modern stadium. Weather coverage could be better. Weather coverage. It's just like telling people when the weather's arriving. Too small, too poor facilities, and it's worn out. It's an outrage. This is the only stadium in Finland. No wonder Finnish football is in the state it is. Heard rumours. Jari really is going at it here. Heard rumours about a renovation, but if you ask me, they should be completely rebuilt. Ugh, hate it. Right, bear with me. We're going to go and get some translated ones now. Oh, here we go. We're translated. Lexa Pro starts us off. The Eastern Auditorium is nice, but the Western Auditorium is a bit meh. Meh is meh in Finnish, which is nice. The arenas of the arena are starting to get pretty tired, so you need a facelift. Cardboard mugs of beer. Nice. Well, I'll take that. Possibly the best stadium in Finland. The auditorium is not too steep. See, this guy knows how to leave a review. There are also lots of auditoriums. They like that word. There is no bigger crowding, at least in standard games. The big Lebowski? No, scoreboard. The big scoreboard. It has been invested in. Yes, that is true. The windy sanctuary of the club, concrete and plastic. Like a motto, isn't it? Yes, it is worth practicing and playing. I just love these. This just doesn't make any sense. It was really exciting until the end of the game, and then I had to go home. The arrangements worked well. There's the hired killer. Missed the buffet. Oh no. What a disaster. Freezing cold air. Some people moaning about the weather. I mean, it's Finland, for Christ's sake. It's going to be cold. This is like... I went to a place for a boys' soccer team. Well, the boys' game were on the adjacent training ground. What? You just sat there. Oh dear. Right, and we'll finish on this one. The HIFK HJK derby. God, somebody was strange. Et Matisse Hervey. A number of police officers. Pretty decent relays on, and no bigger ones. I'm glad to hear that. And somebody exaggerated fires. Yeah, well, as you do. A couple of funny start, but no real danger. The Mutt Field is a fabulous and exquisite derby. In fact, there's a lot of work to be done to observe. Never going to the pipeline with anything related to it. No organising thing. No. So shame. And we'll leave it at that. Because that will break every one of your heads. Okay, let's roll the intro. Okay guys, right then, we're here. It's time for a game against Inter Turku. So as you will remember, we had that rather disappointing draw against Lahti away from home. We've now just found out that they are a local rival, so that's disappointing in itself. So then we played Breiðablik in the next game, won that 2-0, comfortable. Atemi with the goals, 2-0, and that's nice. Then KUPS, we got a win in the league. Hatami, another goal. He's not currently fit, which is great. So another win, and that was nice. At the same time, Inter Turku lost the game, so that was a bit disappointing for them. So then we drew Slovan Bratislava in the next round, and we just gone through against them. The first leg, very impressive 3-0 victory. We absolutely battered them through this. Ask Mikkelsen with a hat-trick. I mean, who knew where that was coming from? And the second leg we just played, we had a lot of complacency in the team. I rotated it to try and make sure we would be fit for this game. And we drew 1-1. Very, very late goal from them, but Tishbamba penalty. But we played Oulu away from home and got it was a crazy end to this game. It was fairly nondescript, quite even actually. Oulu scored first. We got penalty straight after that, and then we scored 2 goals in the 81st and 87th minute. As Mikkelsen and Manson, they scored very late on. So a 3-2 win, but I mean it could have gone anyway. And we're playing FC Inter today. We'll see how we do against them. This is going to be hard. We have got they've got a load of players. Michaela's out, Sveen's out, and Val Slobum's out. We knew that. They also, let's have a little look at their team, because they also have got rid of Wickman, which seems a weird choice, and bought in like 3 Brazilians. It was just on loan. They don't seem to be worth any money, so yeah, that's interesting. One's already injured. I mean, why would you do that? This Dane here comes in. I mean, he looks pretty terrible as a centre-back as well. This guy, he looks a little bit better. Very aggressive. So he looks like a better sort of player. But for some reason, he's valued at like 6 million. And he's there, and he's valued at 14 grand here. So God knows why. So Wallström's also going to be out. So they're going to have to put somebody in. And Mads Mikkelsen. They're going to get rid of him. How sad. Mads, you did well for me, mate. You were the man. Let's have a look at the league table, because that's fairly important. And you'll see we are 11 points clear of FC Inter, which is kind of where we left off last time, still with a goal in hand. Game in hand. If we win this, we will go 14 points ahead of them. That will be looking quite tasty. So that's 4 wins and a couple of draws. So we're starting to pull away, and with a game in hand. So that would be a fairly significant lead. If we lose this, then it gets more interesting. Issues that we have currently, we have many. Transfers. Let's just take you through a couple of transfers. I mean, I did some terrible transfer business. As you can see, I've let a bunch of the young lads go out. Journeyman I didn't mean to get rid of him. It was a mistake. I thought he was the goalkeeper, so I've loaned Journeyman out. That was a mistake on my part, but the rest of them are youngsters who weren't necessarily going to get in the side. We have bought in Lewis Alsop. I think I alluded to this. I think he looks a bit good, doesn't he? I thought he was a central midfielder. He's actually a ball-playing defender. He's done okay initially, but I think that's pretty good. And we signed for 155,000 this lad, who's not really rated any quality, but I just wanted an extra player, and he's finished. So I sort of made sense just to bulk out the squad a little bit. So I'm just going to set the team up. As you can see, we now have Nechev and just Nechev back at the minute. He now can go back into the under 20. The clubby squad, because I thought we'd got rid of our goalkeeper. Turns out it was our central midfielder, because that's a clever move. Right, yeah, I'll sort out this and then we'll come back and I'll tell you what team I'm going with. Right then, so this is what we're going to start with. May not use this for ages, but here we go. Team is As Mikkelsen is starting up top. Is decently, he can score goals, so that's why we're putting up there. And behind him we got Manson on the left, Pukkinen on the right. He's the real quality player, and Jakimovic in the centre. Lindqvist, our main man from FC Turku, Inter Turku, is in there, and the real quality player Starozudzevic is in that sort of defensive deep line play maker role. I did try and sign Michaela actually, but didn't manage to. At the back we've got Ruamaki, Alsop, Victor, and Pustinen with Hauhaya in goal. I don't think I've ever said his name before, but it's a good one. As you can see, we are massively struggling at the minute for... It's often the better players that we're kind of struggling to keep hold of. I'm not sure about the bench yet, but I'm going to do that. Right, here we go. Can we do this? Can we beat FC Inter Turku? I don't want to necessarily beat them, because I really enjoyed playing with them, but I do want to win the league. So let's do this thing. If we win this, then we are getting close to potentially winning the league overall, I think. But here we go. We're playing in our blue strip. As Mikkelsen's not going to be the fastest player in the world, so I won't worry too much about that. Ball over the top. Lovely. Lindqvist. Oh, it's in. It's fantastic. Jakimovic. Very, very good finish. And it was Lindqvist, the ex-Inter man. I didn't even make a big deal of that. Ex-Inter player scores sets the first goal up. So that is good. You look at the team they're playing with. They've got Frisk on the right side, Ike, Nagar, Ivor. Oh, and they've got this guy, Tavid. Who's that? Tavid. Did I sign him? No, he's on loan. My God, they've got like makeshift team. Oh, pumps. Right. Well, what can we do here? So if we do that, what can we do then? It's just all over the place, isn't it? We barely got. It's always the really good players as well, which who we struggle with. Well, Garisha is no, really, you're going to do this to me, right? Who else can I take off? I don't know what to do with this. Oh my, what the heck is this? Vertinen. So we bring you on. So you go there. No, that's the thing, isn't it? We've sorted it out. We've sorted it out, and we haven't had to bring Nechev on just yet. 14 minutes, 2 injuries. That's great. That's not going to screw us up at all. But I mean, As Mikkelsen has been brilliant for us, and Pukovic has also been great. So, who's next? Is that offside? Oh, Vertinen, who almost got his first goal for the club, really gets his first chance to do stuff for this club. Probably a little bit earlier than he might have expected. I mean, he was there as a backup, but by God, do we need it at the minute? As things stand, though, you look at the table, we are 14 points ahead of them. Which is kind of cool, isn't it? Even with that crazy thing that's happened, they haven't looked particularly great. But I mean, maybe that's because of the side they've got. They have got Kangas Vieira, who is a great player. But you've got Korhonen, who looks knackered. They all look absolutely knackered, don't they? The bench looks. I mean, why wouldn't you put Grant? Oh, I suppose he's knackered as well. Well, it's a goal we scored, but we've got 2 injuries. Hopefully not serious injuries, because I mean, how are we going to put a squad out in the next in the Champions League? We've got to play I think after this, SJK are next up for us. A boring game, but I mean, we've barely got anyone in the position that they should be playing in. Well, they come in, they're going to have a chance here. I mean, holding them out would be very nice at this stage, but here we go. Tishbamba, go on. Oh dear. Finishing of, I don't know, someone who's not very. I could bring Colander in. That would be good. Shoot. Oh, that was brilliant. He's almost did a Gandalf. You shall not pass. Don't want to shoot, do they? Come on, boys. What are you doing? I mean, if they had had the full side out, it would have been a very different story, I think, particularly if this had happened early on. I was wondering about bringing on Nenshav right at the end here, because he is so good, but just to give him a bit of a run out, is he capable? I don't want him to get off injured, because that would be a bit terrible, but we do have to bring him back, don't we, at some point? So the last maybe 10 minutes, bring Nenshav on. Yeah, they have brought Granberg on. You look who they bought: Jensen, Granberg and Kajala. Ike, Frisk. Well, I mean, that's interesting. Right, we're doing it. We're doing it. I hope it's the right decision. Because if he gets injured, I'm going to be, well, spitting feathers. But he's so good. He brings a completely new dynamic to the side. Korhonen looks like he's basically dead. Now they've swapped him. Right, in the defensive midfielder, who's got a name that no one can pronounce, and we should have scored there. We've had a good few chances. We've looked excellent actually against Inter. It's pretty much the games that we've seen us play against them where we don't actually lose terribly, but we don't create many chances. And somehow we've replicated that exactly. We've Nenshav. Oh, and the goalkeeper makes a flying save, Larko. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but we're seeing a few more chances, aren't we? But is this a chance down the other end? Wow. Now, goalkeeper, that is not what I ordered. Right, here we go. Lindqvist, who did the damage, really, wasn't it? It was that nice pass, and there is indicating no foul. No, they look shattered, don't they? Well, it's a 1-0 win against Inter Turku. We do what HJK does. We win 1-0. We don't concede goals. I mean, that hasn't been the case in other games that we've played, but I mean, looking at what happened, looking at the disaster that was that game, you know, that's not bad. And we now have taken a 14-point lead over Inter Turku with a game in hand. So let's have a look. We've got SJK remaining, Kappa who are 8th, Honka who are 9th at home, Ilves who are 10th. So there is nothing against the top sides remaining. It is looking fairly good at the minute. So what we will do is we're going to come back. I think we look like we might be on for the league win, but I'm going to come back when that has been decided. And just before it's been decided. So once we look like we could win the league, I'll come back and we'll see if we can win the league. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, thank you very much for dropping on by. I hope you enjoyed that crazy game. Oh, let's have a look at the injuries before we go. Mads Mikkelsen out for 2 weeks. Not ideal, but he will be back. And 5 to 6 weeks. Oh, we just don't have anyone in that. What have I done? Right, yeah, anyway, we'll try and put a team out for the next match. I mean, it's getting harder and harder, isn't it? If you have enjoyed that, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you next time as we try and win the league. Thank you very much. Goodbye.